Welcome to Module 2, Lesson 2, Knowledge Synthesis Methodologies. Today we're moving from understanding the research ecosystem to mastering the art of transformative knowledge creation. We'll explore how to weave together diverse sources of knowledge into something greater than the sum of its parts. By the end of this lesson, you'll master 3 core synthesis methodologies: integrative review, metasynthesis, and realist synthesis. You'll understand when and how to apply each for maximum impact. Develop skills in identifying boundary objects that bridge paradigms, and create your own synthesis framework adapted to your unique research context. Let's explore the knowledge synthesis spectrum. Remember, synthesis isn't about finding the average. It's about discovering what emerges when different perspectives collide and combine. We have 4 main approaches. Systematic review asks, what does the evidence say? Through aggregation. Integrative review asks, how do findings relate? Through configuration. Metasynthesis asks, what new meanings emerge? Through interpretation. And realist synthesis asks, why does it work? For whom? Through explanation. Integrative review is about weaving the tapestry of knowledge. It combines diverse methodologies and theoretical frameworks to generate genuinely new insights. The process involves 5 key steps. First, problem formulation, where you define phenomena from multiple angles. Second, literature search, casting a wide net across academic, gray literature, and practice wisdom. Third, data evaluation balancing quality, relevance, and diversity. Fourth, data analysis, using thematic analysis, pattern recognition, and exploring outliers. And finally, presentation of a new conceptual framework or theoretical model. Metasynthesis creates new understanding by going beyond aggregation to interpretation. Core principles include preserving context and meaning, generating new theoretical insights, and honoring diverse ways of knowing. Key techniques include reciprocal translation for finding common concepts, refutational synthesis for exploring contradictions productively, line of argument for building explanatory theory, and meta-ethnography for cultural interpretation across contexts. Realist synthesis helps us understand what works through the formula. Context plus mechanism equals outcome. Context asks, for whom and under what circumstances? Considering cultural, organizational, and individual factors. Mechanism explores, how does it work and what is triggered? Examining reasoning, resources, and responses. Outcome investigates, what changes, for better or worse, including both intended and unintended effects. This approach is particularly powerful for understanding complex interventions. Boundary objects are bridges between worlds, plastic enough to adapt to local needs, yet robust enough to maintain identity across sites. Examples include data visualizations that speak to both scientists and policymakers, maps that unite geographic and social perspectives, case studies that bridge theory and practice, indicators connecting quantitative and qualitative, metaphors translating complex to simple, and prototypes linking abstract to concrete. These objects become crucial tools for transdisciplinary synthesis. Your synthesis toolkit needs a decision framework. If your research question is, what works? Use systematic review. How does it relate? Points to integrative review. What does it mean? Suggests metasynthesis. Why does it work? Requires realist synthesis. Consider your evidence base too. quantitative dominant data suits meta-analysis elements, qualitative dominant calls for interpretive approaches, and mixed methods work well with integrative or realist approaches. Navigate common challenges with strategic solutions. Avoid cherry-picking evidence by using transparent inclusion criteria. Don't force consensus. Honor productive tensions and contradictions. Prevent getting lost in translation by using boundary objects and member checking. Combat paradigm blindness by actively seeking diverse perspectives. Avoid surface synthesis by digging deeper for underlying mechanisms. Remember, the best synthesis methodology honors your data and serves your purpose. Your next steps. First, identify your research question's true nature. Second, select your primary synthesis methodology. Third, map potential boundary objects in your field. Fourth, draft your synthesis protocol. Fifth, share with peers for transdisciplinary feedback. Transform information into wisdom through the alchemy of synthesis. The journey from data to insight requires both rigor and creativity. You now have the tools for both.